So to kick us off, just a few little housekeeping items. The chat is wide open and video and audio are accessible. We are going to ask that everybody go ahead and turn your audio off during the presentation. Feel free to use the raise hand feature or the chat feature if you need to jump in. There will be plenty of time for questions at the end. And please, 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 this is only fun for me if you ask questions. So let's get specific, let's share best practices, and let's make this beneficial for everyone. And I know that it's lunchtime out on the West Coast. So, you know, if you want your video on, great. If you want to eat lunch, go ahead. That's cool too. You multitask the way that you need to multitask. But I do, before everybody kind of settles in, I do just want to get a little bit of a pulse check on the room. Laura Minari is here and she's monitoring the chat as well as kind of some hand raises here. So I just want to get an idea of who's in the room with us today. So how many of you are distributors? I'm a distributor. Any distributors in the room today? Okay, I see hands. I love it. Monica, Beth, thank you. How about suppliers? I know that education for suppliers is always really tricky, and I love to know if there are suppliers in the room. Do we have any suppliers in the room today? Okay, I see crickets. So maybe no suppliers, which means that I can tailor this a little bit, which is kind of exciting. How about business service providers? Anybody business service? Okay. This is my favorite question. How many tech people or self-proclaimed nerds like Stacy and I are in the room? Stacy's hand flies up. All right, there we go. I love it. Okay, how many of you are actively using AI today, whether it's business or personal? Is anyone actively using AI? Okay, this is exciting. Hey, Sandra. All right. How many of you know you should probably be using AI, really have no idea where to start, and are just like, please help? Okay. All right. Listen, honesty is key here. You are my people. This is why this entire experience exists. So thank you so much for joining us. So it is a lot to take in, right? AI is super intense. It is coming in fast. It's coming in furious. The Industrial Revolution has covered everything from steam power to cyber systems. Look at how fast technology has advanced just in the past few years. It took 2.4 million years for our ancestors to harness the power of fire to cook food. It took humans 66 years from the time we took first flight to the time we landed on the moon. Last week, I broke my iPhone, and I'm pretty sure I got version 987, right? iPhones came out after I graduated college. Technology advances so quickly now. Artificial intelligence is moving at an even more rapid rate than what we are used to. Some experts are even saying that AI could mimic human level interactiveness within just a few short decades. That's a lot. Decades. We're talking tens of years, right? It is intense, and sometimes it can be a little scary, and it can feel like robots are taking over the world. Is it sometimes scary? For sure. We get it. It's all new. Everybody does not adapt to change at the same rate. Is it exciting? I sure think so. Is it here to stay? Definitely. So we need to jump on board. I actually want to read you a quote that I just found this morning, and I added this in. This is from C.W. Carson's in his article in this month's PPAI magazine. If you haven't read this, 10 out of 10 recommend. But he says, this industry, like many others, is evolving with advancements in technology. Businesses that fail to adapt to these changes may find themselves falling behind competitors. It is essential for companies to stay informed about emerging technologies and be willing to integrate them into their business process. So you heard it from his lips, right? It's time to jump on board. All right, already. So what is AI? What is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence, or AI, is like having a super smart computer buddy that can learn, think, and solve problems all on its own. Just like how we use our brains to figure things out, AI uses fancy algorithms and data to do the same. It's not just about robots and science fiction. AI is all around us, from helping your favorite video game characters make decisions to suggesting what movies you might enjoy watching next on streaming platforms like Netflix. I appreciate that one very much. It can also help doctors diagnose illnesses, predict the weather, or even power self-driving cars. AI is like having a really clever friend who can help make our lives easier and more exciting. So lovely, written so well. I didn't do a thing about this. I ran it through ChatGPT. We all know that that was coming, right? So am I the expert in AI? Absolutely not. Am I a total nerd who gets very excited about ways to work smarter and not harder? That is me. I'm your gal there. Our distributorship has grown at an exponential rate over the 5 years that we've been in business. From day one, we referred to our team, which was actually just me and my partner in our makeshift home offices, living 2 states away from each other. But we relied on technology to make us appear larger than we actually were so that we could compete in the markets that we wanted to compete in. The onset of AI to the business world, and specifically into our promotional products industry, got my creative gears turning. I am constantly Googling what AI tool can help me complete a task more efficiently. I did it this morning, actually. I'm on webinars learning from the experts and pros in our industry, like our friends over at Sage and the absolutely incredible Jason Noakes. He has taught me so much. So am I an expert? No. But can I show you how I use AI every single day to create efficiencies and processes that make operations run a little more smoothly? That's me. I'm your gal here. So, okay. Let's talk about the things that actually work, right? So absolutely under no circumstances is this a comprehensive list. This isn't even the list of all of the AI tools that I use every day. What I decided to do is select the ones that I use regularly and that our team has adapted regularly. These are some of the most basic and most introductory that are super functional and, most importantly, free. For the most part, these are all free. So let's start at the top. ChatGPT by OpenAI.com. Most of you have probably heard of this one before. This is a free tool. This tool is still learning. It is learning from every single keystroke that you put into the system. I use this for everything from writing emails to website copy. We've written, I'm trying to think, press releases using this. I have even used this to write a holiday card. For anybody who knows me really well, you know that I'm a dance teacher in my free time, and I use that term very lightly, free time. But a couple of months ago, I was kind of at a block and I didn't know what to do. And I used ChatGPT to choreograph a dance for my dancers. You can use this for basically anything. Next on the list of tools that I absolutely love, Scribe. This is scribehow.com. It is an absolute game changer. Our team is able to document everything step by step. And for me as a business owner, specifically a small business owner, this has allowed me to offload tasks that I held for way too long. This has helped me delegate. This has helped us actually forward think and move the process further and allow those tasks to get into other hands simply due to time constraints. We love this. Specifically, we do have an offshore employee, and this one has been really, really successful for us. Slides AI and Gemini, which is formerly known as Duet, Duet AI. These are actually Google tools. They are free plugins for tools that you probably already are using. Think about it. How many of you have a Gmail address? Even if it's not your business address, you probably have a Gmail address. A lot of us are iPhone users. A lot of us created those accounts. Gmail tools are free plugins. These are all free plugins for things that you're using regularly, like docs, sheets, slides, anything that is a Gmail tool. There are free plugins all over the place, and they are changing rapidly. AMP by PromoPulse, and I will stress this one all over the place. I swear I am not on the payroll there, but I love this tool. amp.promopulse, go to promopulse.io/amp. Just check it out. It's awesome. Then go to @SoGoodPromo and see it in action. We allow PromoPulse to post to our Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and TikTok weekly. It is curated content based on information that we have provided, so ours does not look like anyone else's. The voice is all AI generated based on prompts that we provided, and it allows our social media to stay relevant and stay consistent. We love, love, love this tool. And last but not least, because we are in the promo industry, we all know and we all love Sage. You may not know this. I didn't know this. I actually did a lot of research here, and Sage is cutting edge in the AI world. They are doing some really cool stuff. About a year ago, we converted our own distributor website to a Sage site and started using the AI tool, and we have seen our traffic to our site grow leaps and bounds. It's been a real game changer. In addition, Sage is a tool that we all already have, or most of us already have access to. I tasked my team this year with utilizing software top to bottom. If we have software, we need to understand it and use it cover to cover before we seek anything else out. So this one has been really, really excellent for us as well. So as promised, I'm going to go through some of my favorite tools, and I'm going to show you how we can actually make it work for us. So let's start at the top. Let's start with ChatGPT. And we all are in the business of selling, whether we like it or not. So how can we use ChatGPT to sell? What you see here on the left is a prompt that I put into ChatGPT. Write a 1-paragraph ad explaining why pens are an effective promotional product to market a brand. On the right, what you're looking at is a splash page for a marketing shop on commonsku. So we are commonsku users currently, and this marketing shop was developed out of the need for our team to stop making presentations on pens. I said, what's something that you are doing over and over again? What is a time suck? They said basic presentations, pens, drinkware, t-shirts, things that are asked for over and over again. So what we did is we created marketing shots that are now attached to our client portals. So every one of our clients that accesses their client portal has access to these individual shops. These are items that we have curated that are tried and true from suppliers that we know, like, and trust. So we have these all year. By the time you get to this part in the process, especially the selling process, especially proactive selling, which we all want to do more of, your creative energy might be spent. Let's use our creativity where it belongs. I spent the day making presentations, creating logos, making step-by-step processes for large-scale projects. My brain was shot by the time it was time for me to write a 1-paragraph ad explaining why pens are an effective promotional product. So this for me was a no-brainer. I went right to ChatGPT. I said, please help me, friend. And out came something that is a great template that we could adjust for our specific purpose. Now, this isn't always a direct copy paste. I can't stress this enough. It's not always a direct copy paste. What it typically does is at least give a framework that you can write in your own voice. Sticking with ChatGPT, I use it all the time. How can we use the tool to build relationships? Yes, you can use it for selling. Yes, you can use it for basic writing. But how can you use the tool effectively to build relationships? What you're looking at here is a prompt on the left and a final email on the right. We had a sales rep that recently left our company, leaving our junior sales rep to slide in. He has effectively been able to connect with all of those accounts and introduce himself. But he had a little moment of panic and he came to me and he said, I don't actually know what to say. He knows the vibe he wants to give. He knows his job once they are a client or once they have continued on as a client, but he didn't know exactly what to say. And I said, let's go out and figure out a way to do this effectively. So on the left, what you'll see is our prompt. Write a short introductory email introducing a new sales rep to an account. It's that simple. I asked it to speak in a specific voice and out came what I wanted. Now, what you'll notice is on the right, it's not identical. Again, we needed it to learn and speak in a little bit different voice. This prompt on the left is the original prompt. I didn't like one of the words that was used. I didn't like the first group of introductory, which says, I hope this email finds you well, right? That's boring. That's not our voice. That's not right. So I went back to ChatGPT and I said, find a more youthful way to say, I hope this email finds you well. And what we landed on was, I hope this email finds you crushing your promotional marketing goals like always. They're already a client. We just have to reintroduce ourselves. So you can use this tool to build relationships as well. This is now a template email dropdown. I use it, he uses it. We adapt it for each client as needed, but it gave us a starting point and it used our creative energy where it is most needed. Social media, strategic planning, hiring, anything. Use this tool all the ding dong day. It will save you and your time so much. Here you're looking at a couple of ChatGPT responses that are some of my favorite. We had it right at International Women's Day post. I couldn't figure it out. I didn't know what I wanted to say, which is funny because I'm all about girl power and I love International Women's Day. But again, I just kind of was at the tail end and couldn't make my brain say what I wanted it to say. So I asked the tool to make it work. Not only did the tool make it work, I also asked the tool to add hashtags and emojis that were relevant. I didn't do that. ChatGPT did that for me. This was a direct copy and paste. You'll see down here another really fun splash page. These were used for social media. These were used for marketing campaigns. These were used in press releases. Where our business is located, our zip code is 43316. We are in Northwest Ohio, and many of you might know that on April 8th, 2024, we were at ground zero in direct line of totality for the solar eclipse. If you have never experienced a total solar eclipse and are within driving distance, just do me a favor and go. It was so cool. I loved every second of it. Nerd, right? Science, all of it. I loved it. But it was so cool. We were asked to participate with a festival organization that was putting on a family fest to do a pop-up shop. I can tell you about t-shirts all day long. I don't know enough about a solar eclipse to tell you about a solar eclipse. I am not qualified to be writing marketing copy related to the sun and the moon. So I allowed the tool to do what I needed it to do. I asked it to speak in a very specific voice. I asked it to be fun. Again, we asked it to add emojis, and this was something that was used time and time again to promote that event as well as the pop-up shop there. And then really, the sky is truly the limit. On the right, what you're looking at is one of my absolute favorite things I have ever done using ChatGPT. It's time for our small business to grow. In order to grow, we need to know where we're starting. So I started this process as a self-assessment 360 for our employees. I then evolved it into a small business owner self-assessment so that we had a starting point. Last fall, I joined Promo Kitchen. Shout out Promo Kitchen. If you're not part or don't know, let me help you out. promokitchen.org. It's amazing. I was reluctant to do it. I don't know why. I was nervous. I wasn't sure that I knew what I wanted to get out of it. I wasn't sure what I was bringing to the table. I just kind of drug my feet for a very long time, but I finally bit the bullet. And last fall, I joined Promo Kitchen as not only a mentor, but as a mentee. I also was mentored during the process. My mentor, who was absolutely incredible, came to me and asked me what I wanted out of the process. I didn't know. So I went out to my Chat GPT self-assessment 360 and I asked it to create a similar self-assessment for promotional products distributor, to create a baseline for mentoring within the industry. It spit out the most incredible questionnaire, which I then was able to fill out, which we used as a guideline and a guiding light during our mentoring process. He said to me, "Where did you get this?" I said, "I made it on Chat GPT." He laughed. We loved it. It then created a really awesome template. So every time that we met, we knew exactly where we were going to start and exactly where we were going to go with the process. So the sky truly is the limit. Use the tool how you need it to be used. So moving on to my next favorite, Sage. Again, we're going to use the tools that we have access to. Distributors in the room, I'm talking to you. So what you're looking at here is the back end of our Sage website. So if you have used sagemember.com, you know that you can go on and you can make adjustments to your own website as needed. This is the AI tool that I absolutely love and has been a huge, huge success for our small distributorship. So what you're looking at here is the back end for our blog articles and our videos, which are posted to our website. We have them turned on so that these are actively updated. We have them posted bi-weekly, which in Sage speak means twice a month. And what we do is we add keyword filters. Now you'll notice that our keyword filters are very specific. We have specific vertical markets. We have specific sustainability goals. We have specific eco-conscious things. We have items related to the way that we like to go to our market. We have supply chain things in here. And it depends on your business what this looks like for you. And what I'm going to show you now is what the end result of that looks like. This is our blog page on our live website. On April 17th, 4 products to help save the rainforest was posted to our website based on the prompts that I gave it. I did 0 work on this, 0. I did nothing. It posted automatically. Bamboo, it's not just for pandas. Look at those cool bamboo things. Love a bamboo product. Go green, 6 products to fall for. These are all so relevant. Promotional products that give back. But guess what? We also have the ability to post our own blogs on here. So these are, we can self-write, we can post on our own, but what the AI tool in Sage allows us to do is it allows us to keep this information fresh, meaning our SEO is not stagnant. Our site now jumps because we have multiple added blogs with relevant content and information. Great thing here, you also can post these to your social media right from here. So now you're driving traffic to your website from your social media. It's just an absolutely incredible tool. I apologize. I am off and I don't know how to get back to my presentation. So give me 1 second. Beep, bop, boop. I apologize. I have to move my window. There we go. So Sage tools, can't talk enough about them. That is one of so many things that Sage is quickly developing. So please, please, please go out, check out Sage's tools. Again, it's software that you probably already have access to. Promo Pulse. This is an industry tool for a major win. Jason Noakes, who is industry specific, developed this for promotional products people. It's amazing. I love it. It is so easy to use. You go on, you select your publishers. That's what you're looking at here. This is our selected list of publishers. Again, my selected list of publishers probably doesn't look like yours. You create your own voice so that the AI tool that is generating your captions is speaking the way that you want to have the words come out. Then you edit it as needed. We just recently edited ours because we realized that our buyers were a significantly younger age than what we were gearing towards in our text and in our hashtags. And then you just sit back and relax and you let your social media look absolutely gorgeous. We're going to flip out to our Instagram here very quickly. So you can see this in real live action. So yes, I do post to Insta. We do have individual posts that go out regularly, but I'm going to show you a few that I didn't ever touch, didn't do anything to, didn't even have to go on and say post. This is all connected for us. So we have a wide variety of promotional products for your business. We can help you with your marketing needs. Hashtags all the ding dong day. These pictures are actually curated from items that are already posted by suppliers. So suppliers post beautiful lifestyle imagery. The Promo Pulse bot goes out and grabs it, brings it into a little pile, and then it takes our supply list, our supplier list, and it creates specific posts for our account. So my account posts do not look like anyone else account's posts that is using the system. In addition to the 4 products that are posted on a regular basis, they also do post reels. So you'll see this is a reel that was actually posted earlier today. These fonts and things are all changeable, but again, we've told it how we want it to look and how we want it to speak, and it speaks in our voice. So promopulse.io.net, I might be wrong about that. I'll give you promopulse.io/amp. That's where you want to go. I will post that in the chat here in just a little bit as well. There are so many tools out there, and you know, we don't have enough time to go through everything, but there are a few that I absolutely think that you need to know about. So Scribe. Now, this is probably my algorithm. We've already talked about algorithms, but this is probably my algorithm, but I cannot get on any one of my social medias without this being advertised to me. It's even advertised on primetime television at this point. So Scribe, this is an image capture. And what this does is it is a plugin that goes right in your Edge or Chrome or whatever it is that you're using. And when you turn it on, it captures step by step exactly the strokes that you are making on your keyboard and with your mouse. And what that looks like is an awesome step-by-step guide that can be shared with your team. This is a process that we struggled with as an organization for a long time. I needed to be able for someone else in my organization to regenerate a purchase order. I was the only one who knew how to do it. I should not be the only one who knows how to do it. What if I get hit by a car tomorrow? You know, how to edit and regenerate a purchase order that has already been sent to a supplier. So what you're looking at here is the screen grab that this system created while I did a process. What I did is I clicked play, and then I went about my business and I did the actual changeover for a purchase order. What it did is it then created the step-by-step guide with point-click highlights. You can see it's telling you exactly where to click. It's telling you where to drop down. It's telling you how to scroll, all of the above. This is a process that easily would have taken me a half-hour meeting, maybe an hour, for me to teach one of my employees. I would have had to schedule the call. I would have had to do the process. We would have had to wait for the process to come up again so that that person could now do the process. Then I would have to double check the work. You know how this goes. Everybody knows that training is a time sucker. It just does. We just sometimes keep things to ourselves because we are too deep in it and don't have the time to offload it. This process took me probably 10 minutes. I sent it directly to the person that is in charge of this process now. They had exactly 0 questions. And when I went back to double check the work, there was not one mistake made. And I do not have to go back and say, hey, this is how you do this again, because our scribe is all saved in our scribe account. So every one of those processes that we think, hey, I shouldn't be doing this anymore, or I really need someone else to own this process, this is where we make it live. Earlier today, we have a very specific uniform program that requires one extra step. And I said, hey, I shouldn't be doing this anymore. Let's have the person in charge of the uniform account take over the process related to their uniform account. They shouldn't have to wait for me to do the one step because it's one extra step. So we used the slides AI and made it work. And then last but not least, and this is one of my absolute new favorites, I am new to Canva. I know that most of you are not. I was late to the Canva train. I get it. I know it's a me problem. But I see executive directors on the call, and I know that you are all using Canva on a regular basis. This Magic Studio is so stinking cool. I cannot wait to dig into this even further. So Magic Studio is all of your AI in one place. This will create everything from social media posts. It has a magic write, similar to a chat GPT function on here. You can transform your content using this. You can resize, you can switch from platform to platform. You can make it animated. You can morph it. Look at these things that you can do here. These are so cool and such an exciting way to utilize AI in tools that you already have. Again, these are things that we're already using. So let's really dig in and make it work for us. I can't wait to start using the Canva stuff. I already have done a few things and it's just been wild, and I'm so excited to start sharing it. Okay, so it's time. Anyone who has heard me speak on a variety of topics has heard this from me before. We're going to start small, but we're going to start somewhere, and we're going to start today. So do me a favor. Let's go out. Let's jump on sagemember.com, spend an hour or 30 minutes if you're a 2x watcher like me, and check out their AI features. I just saw an email come out within the last hour that said, here are the new features on Sage in the last month. So you don't even have to go very far. Message me after. I'll show you exactly where to go if you don't know how to access Sage Member. Gmail users, use the add-ons. Go to Google, do a simple search, Google AI add-ons. See what's available for the tools that you are already using. They are free. They are plugins. They are super simple to learn and use. Check out Scribe. It has really, really, really been a game changer in the way that our team operates. For a small business owner, every process, every day, it makes it easy for our team to jump in at any point during the process and not be reliant on someone who might be gatekeeping information. Do yourself a favor, go out to promopulse.io/amp. He's going to kill me. Last time he said I got 37 emails last night. So please make sure he gets 37 emails again tonight. Check out the email and social media marketing tools that PromoPulse has created. As a small to mid-sized business owner, you know that social media is so creatively draining. And this is a way that keeps it fresh, keeps it relevant, and keeps it moving. Twice a week, I let those bots take over and post on our social for us. The content is fresh. It is quality. It is top-notch. And honestly, it's probably better than the stuff I'm creating on my own. So let's get curious, let's get creative, and let's harness the power of AI to change the way that we are doing business. I'm Keister. By no means am I an AI expert, but I am here to help, and I am here to learn from you. So we're going to turn it back on, and I'm going to hand it over to Laura, and I'm happy to field any questions that you might have for as long as you will have me.
The only question I see so far is from Ryan Bowers. He says, do you review the AI-generated blog and photo before it's posted? I believe that's when you were in the Sage.
Yep. So Ryan, you said?
I did.
Ryan. So I do not personally review them any longer. What we did is we tested the feature before we had it go live. And we made sure that we were confident in its ability to post and look correct, have the right images, have the right voice, all of the above before we let it go live on our website. So I do always suggest that you are, you know, using the tools to their fullest extent, but probably not let it just like take over your website. But I can't stress this enough. The way that those blogs are written and the way that they are produced it has really taken a load off of my plate. I do not feel obligated to be posting regularly so that our SEO is consistent.
Thank you for that. Sandy Nichols, in Sage, are the tools different for distributors versus suppliers?
Sandy, I don't know the answer to that. However, I would be happy to direct you to Dana, who is now a member of the Regional Relations Committee, and she would be able to answer the tools for both. I do know that there are some new tools, including there are some virtual generation tools, things like that. I think they work differently for suppliers and distributors, but for the most part, they are all there to benefit both parties.
Great, thank you. Paul just has a comment. He said, setting up your brand voice in ChatGPT is huge.
It is huge. Paul K or Paul Z or a different Paul?
Paul Z, sorry.
Paul Z. Hey, Paul. Yes, so this is really important to note. ChatGPT and all AI tools are learning from you. So it's important that you teach them and that you continue to edit until it gets where you want it to be. So for instance, we wanted to speak in a younger voice, especially when we're making social media posts. It took us a minute to get there.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but can't you add your corrections at the bottom and then it'll redo it?
Yep. So you actually can add, so the self-assessment that I said, we actually started that as a totally different project and kept morphing it in the same prompt to the point where I used it for Promo Kitchen.
Awesome. Okay, Paul Z says, be careful when putting in sensitive information in chat because it is then available to the general public.
So just a reminder to everybody, these tools are free for a reason. They are in development. This is very, very important that you read all of the disclaimers before you start using any of the tools. Again, I'll say it again, the tools are free because they are in development. So yes, they are absolutely using what you are putting in there to train their AI tools to be better. So make sure you're reading the fine print. Always, with everything, really.
Well, I'm not seeing anything else. I'm surprised.
I'm trying to think, Stacy, do you remember some of the questions that came out of the NWPMA? I know I just put you on the spot. I'm so sorry. There were some really great questions.
Honestly, I don't recall any at the moment. Oh gosh. Yeah. I am so sorry.
No,
you definitely caught me off guard.
No, honestly, I mean, my biggest suggestion to everybody is to just start playing around. Just check them out. See what works for you. Understand that this is new. This is in development, but it is going to constantly change, and there will be things at our fingertips. And going back to the quote from C.W. Carson's earlier today, it's time. We need to get on the train. So I'm happy to help. I'm happy to answer any questions. Shay, I will provide you with this presentation, which does have links. Just note that all of my links are set to my accounts, so they will just go to a generic landing page for you, but it will at least get you to a place where you can review the product as a whole.
I do have one more question.
Yeah.
Sandra Kelly, Scribe is going to change my life. Is this a subscription service?
No, Scribe is still free.
Nice.
There are, as with everything, there are upgrades available. So many of these do have upgraded platforms available, but as of right now, Scribe Basic is still free. It has changed my life. I cannot tell you enough. It really, really has. The ability to quickly document a process and not have to spend tons and tons of time in creating documents is just it's just wild. It's wild.
All right.
Yeah, we actually use the Scribe to do standard operating procedures for
Mhm.
everything from quoting to presentations and exactly how to put in a purchase order.
Mhm.
Something as simple as that, it takes all the guesswork
Right.
right out of
And
it.
it's not generic. So it's not, hey, this is how the system says you should do it. It's this is the way that my business wants it done, which is
Yes.
what I really love about it.
Stephanie asks, if you already have many tools offered by your mother organization, how would you recommend using Scribe?
Stephanie, do you mind telling me what organization you're with? My assumption is it's probably like a Halo Geiger or something along those lines.
Proforma.
Proforma. Okay. So, uh, first and foremost, if you are part of a larger organization, you should make sure that you are allowed to document processes. So, you should double check with your home organization on their specific guidelines related to this. But think of it this way. Think of maybe you've hired a new assistant, or maybe I know that for me, we utilize DCX, so Delegate CX, which is offshore employment. And this is just something that not only do I use for training purposes, but I use it for my own benefit too. Internal processes, you definitely can use this for. Maybe it's something that you needed to just be reminded of. I recently had an issue where I had to switch my profile on my laptop. So I have two profiles on my laptop now. And today I had to go back to my old profile and get something that I needed. And I didn't remember how to do it. But luckily, a week and a half ago, the last time I did it, I created Scribe. So I just went to my Scribe and I said, oh, yeah, that's right. That's how I go back there and get that information and move it over to my new profile. So ask your home organization if it is allowed that you can document the processes. And then I would use it really for your own personal benefit for things that you need to remember. Clear up that brain space.
I could use a lot of that. Paul Z said that he also uses Loom to record live video for training.
Love Loom. Loom is another great tool for live training.
And then Hans Abbey says, did you say you automatically have Sage publish the blog post twice a week? How did you set this?
So in sagemember.com, when you go to your website, you want to go to your blog and video features. And first of all, you have to turn it on. So you have to turn the feature on, which is just a simple toggle. And then you want to make sure that you have your keywords set up the way that you want your keywords set up. And then you select how often you would like it published. We have ours set as bi-weekly, and in Sage Speak, that means twice per month. So every other week.
Okay.
And then if you're talking promo pulse, we actually have that set up as bi-weekly on the other way, which means twice per week. So our promo pulse is set up to post to our social media twice per week. Two different systems.
I think that's it.
Wonderful. Well, thank you all so much. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see how your businesses grow and change after being able to harness the power of AI.